Chapter 1. Romance Dawn. 1 year later, in a small seaport village, nestled along the shores, time seemed to slow down under the gentle caress of the east wind. It was a place untouched by the chaos that plagued the vast seas, a haven of tranquility amidst the tempestuous world of piracy. The villagers went about their daily lives, blissfully unaware of the storm that was about to sweep them. On the harbor, a docked pirate ship, weathered and worn from its countless voyages, rode against the tides of the sea. The pirates exchanged curious glances, their gazes drawn to the figurehead of the ship, where a young boy stood, defiant against the backdrop of the peaceful village. This boy, known as Monkey D. Luffy, possessed a spirit that burned brighter than ever before. A man, wearing a straw hat, approached the boy and called out to him, "Oi, what are you doing, Luffy?" The boy's gaze pierced the man's, unyielding in his determination. In his left hand, he clutched a knife, a symbol of the resolute path he had chosen to walk. Adorned in a shirt emblazoned with the word anchor, Luffy's declaration echoed through the air, leaving no room for doubt. "I'm not joking this time. I've had enough. I'll prove it for you all to see," he proclaimed, his words laced with unwavering resolve. The man in the straw hat chuckled heartily, his laughter carrying the weight of endless possibilities. "Go for it! Let's see what you're gonna do!" he encouraged, his eyes twinkling with anticipation. But among the onlookers, there was a voice filled with skepticism. "Luffy is going to do something funny again," one man claimed, his tone tinged with a mixture of amusement and doubt. Undeterred by the murmurs of skepticism, Luffy took a decisive step forward. With a daring that defied reason, he raised the knife, its glint catching the sunlight, and brought it down swiftly. A collective gasp escaped the lips of the surrounding pirates as Luffy's pain-filled cry pierced the air. The knife found its mark as he stabbed himself, just below his eye, marking him with a scar that would forever bear witness to his unyielding spirit. The pirates alike stood frozen in disbelief, unable to comprehend the audacity of Luffy's act. The first man, overcome with concern and frustration, shouted, "Idiot! What the hell are you doing?" Yet amidst the cacophony of Luffy's screams, there was a glimmer of something extraordinary. In the heart of the village, amidst the lively atmosphere of Party's Bar, pirates and the spirited boy, Luffy, had gathered. A raucous proposal to raise their glasses in celebration of Luffy's audacity and their own greatness echoed through the air. "Let's drink up and celebrate! To Luffy's craziness and to our greatness!" cried a pirate, his words met with resounding cheers from his comrades. Inside the bustling bar, men reveled in the mirth of camaraderie. Laughter and conversation intermingled with the clinking of glasses and the aroma of sumptuous meals. Amidst the revelry, a mischievous monkey swung from the rafters. Pirates of all shapes and sizes, each with their own tales of adventure, indulged in the festivities. Amidst the joyous chaos, one pirate, his voice laden with laughter, urged everyone to continue imbibing. "Drink! Drink!" he exclaimed, raising his own mug in a toast to revelry. Another pirate, fueled by the spirit of celebration, called for more sake, exclaiming, "Sake, sake, bring out more sake!" Meanwhile, two other pirates engaged in a playful yet heated dispute over a succulent piece of meat. The first pirate vehemently claimed ownership, shouting, "Idiot, that's my meat!" while the second pirate defiantly retorted, "Shut up! It's mine!" Amidst the revelers, a fat man indulged himself by drinking directly from a barrel of beer. With a hearty chuckle, he jokingly interjected, "Yo, cut it out! To brawl while you're drunk is so shameful." In the midst of the revelry, Luffy, now patched up from his earlier act of self-inflicted pain, spoke with a mixture of pride and vulnerability. It didn't hurt one bit," he said, his voice tinged with a hint of tears. The man with the straw hat, his voice filled with concern, addressed the boy sternly, "Liar! Don't do anything so stupid again!" Luffy, undeterred, proclaimed, "I'm not afraid of pain at all. Next time take me out to sea. I want to be a pirate too." The man before him, revealed to be the pirate leader known as Red-Haired Shanks, expressed his doubts in a bored tone. "You can't handle being a pirate. Not being able to swim is a pirate's greatest weakness," he declared. Luffy, his determination unyielding, boasted, As long as I stay on board the ship, I'll be fine. Besides, my fighting skills are pretty good, too. I've rigorously trained before. My punch is as strong as a pistol fire. Shanks, seemingly unimpressed, responded, Pistol? Wow! Really? The tone of his words struck a nerve with Luffy, who bristled with anger. What kind of tone is that? He retorted, his voice tinged with indignation. In the lively tavern, the pirates had formed a line, swaying and dancing with the jovial fat man at the center. To the fat man's left stood a man donning a kerchief, emblazoned with the name Yasopp. A fellow pirate noticed Luffy's despondent expression and remarked, Luffy, you seem unhappy. Yasopp, the man with the kerchief, interjected with words of encouragement, saying, Be happy to face anything. The round man chimed in, affirming, Yeah, a pirate's life is great. Another pirate added, The sea is vast and full of wonders. You can visit any island and encounter countless adventures. And yet another proclaimed, Nothing is greater than freedom. Luffy's eyes widened with fascination at the pirate's words. Shanks, the pirate captain, interjected, urging the men, Don't give him these dumb ideas, guys. The fat man, undeterred, argued, But it's the truth, right? Another pirate voiced agreement. Sensing the growing excitement, one pirate suggested to the captain, Captain, why don't you take him with us one time? It's not a big deal. Luffy and another pirate eagerly concurred. Shanks, considering the proposal, ordered, Well then, next time, one of you will step off the ship and let him take your place. The men, hearing their captain's decision, turned and skipped away, while the fat man playfully remarked, We've said enough. Let's drink. What kind of friends are you? Luffy directed. Shanks, with a calming tone, stated, The most important thing is that you're still too young. Wait at least another 10 years, and I'll reconsider taking you out to sea. Luffy, boasting in defiance, retorted, Darn it, Shanks! Let me tell you, I'm not a kid anymore. The red-haired captain attempted to soothe Luffy's anger, offering him a cup of juice, saying, Don't be mad. Here, drink some juice. Luffy accepted the gesture and happily sipped the juice, but Shanks couldn't help but laugh and shed a few tears. You really are a kid! How funny! He exclaimed. Luffy, feeling tricked, growled, What a dirty trick! Overwhelmed with disappointment, Luffy mumbled, I'm so tired, I even cut myself today and he still won't agree, as he turned away. In the background, the female bartender diligently served customers, her warm smile illuminating the scene. A man smoking a pipe tried to explain Shanks's perspective to Luffy, saying, Luffy, you should try to understand the captain's feelings. Luffy, questioning, responded, Understand Shanks's feelings? The man continued, Yes. After all, he is our leader. He knows that being a pirate is interesting, but he also knows that a pirate's life is hard and very dangerous. Luffy pondered silently, his thoughts clouded by conflicting emotions as a wanted poster of Mikio E2 hung on the tavern wall. Luffy, still perplexed, exclaimed, I don't understand! Shanks just takes me for an idiot! Which Shanks confirmed by mockingly repeating, Can't swim! Luffy challenged, See? Marquino, the bartender, observed the exchange, remarking, Captain, you seem as happy as always, her smile revealing a hint of sympathy. Shanks replied, Yep, making fun of him is my joy. Luffy turned to the smoking man once more while pointing to Shanks, expressing his frustration that the captain wasn't taking him seriously. The man assured him, He really is very happy. Holding a barrel of beer, Marquino offered, Luffy, would you like to eat something? Luffy declared, Okay, I'll pay you with my treasure. Shanks skeptically questioned, What treasure? You're lying again. Luffy vehemently denied, saying, No, I'm definitely going to be a pirate. I'll pay her with the treasure I find. Marquino chuckled and replied, I'll be waiting, as the child burst into laughter. Luffy sat patiently, fork and knife in hand, eagerly awaiting his meal. Finally, Marquino brought Luffy and Shanks their meals. As Luffy struggled to take a bite of a large piece of meat, he questioned him, How long are you going to stay? The red-haired captain replied, Well, it's almost been a year since we started using this town as our base. I plan on setting sail a couple more times. Then we'll leave this town and head north. Luffy, contemplating Shanks's words, managed to take a satisfying bite. A couple of times, he mused. Marquino observed him. a tinge of pity in her eyes. Meanwhile, as she washed dishes, Luffy proudly declared, "I'll learn how to swim by then." Shanks, accepting the challenge, replied, "All right, good luck," their conversation ending with a sense of anticipation. Suddenly, the heavy wooden doors were kicked open, causing a hush to fall over the entire place. A man, accompanied by a group of followers, strode in confidently, his presence demanding attention. "Excuse me!" he called out, his voice cutting through the silence. His eyes surveyed the scene, taking in the boisterous group before him. With a smirk, he remarked, "So this is what pirates look like, huh? This is the first time I've seen pirates. They look pretty dumb to me." To his surprise, the fat man and the smoking man at the bar seemed unfazed by his sudden intrusion. Meanwhile, a young man named Luffy sat nearby, eating a peculiar purple fruit, visibly puzzled by its taste and effects. The stranger made his way toward the bartender, passing by a figure named Shanks, who held a bottle of sake in his hand. The men accompanying the stranger wore similar outfits, giving them a distinct appearance. He introduced himself as Higuma, the leader of the bandits, claiming that they meant no harm and simply wanted to purchase 10 barrels of sake. "We are bandits," Higuma declared, his voice filled with authority. "We're not here to cause any trouble. We just want to buy 10 barrels of sake." However, Marquino, a woman working at the bar, regretfully informed Higuma that they had run out of sake. Curiosity flickered in the stranger's eyes as he looked back at the pirates, questioning what they were drinking instead. The bandit confirmed, "Oh, that's strange. Then what are they drinking? Is it water?" With a hint of sarcasm, the bartender replied, "It's sake, but that's all we have." Sensing the bandit's disappointment, Shanks apologized. "I'm sorry. Looks like we finished all the sake here. Sorry about that." He offered Higuma the last bottle as a gesture of goodwill, saying, "Here, if you don't mind, take the last bottle." However, Higuma's displeasure was evident as he promptly smashed the bottle against Shanks's face, shattering it and causing the sake to spill onto the red-haired pirate. Luffy, witnessing the commotion, jumped down from his seat near Shanks, his attention fully captured. Marquino trembled with fear, while the bandits found amusement in the situation. The smoking man remained unfazed, and the young boy held a half-eaten fruit, bewildered by the unfolding events. "Just who do you think I am? Don't take me so lightly. One bottle is not enough," Higuma proclaimed, his voice dripping with arrogance. "Oh, no! Now the floor is all wet!" Shanks commented, his tone laced with mild annoyance. The bandit questioned whether the pirate was unaware of his reputation. In response, Higuma brandished his wanted poster, displaying his bounty of 8 million berries. "See this? My head is worth 8 million berries. I'm one of the prime fugitives here, and I've killed 56 people before you, cocky bastard." With indifference, Shanks ignored the bandit's words, picking up a large shard of the broken bottle from the ground. He turned to Marquino, apologizing. "Sorry about that, Marquino. Do you have a mop?" It's all right. I'll clean it up," Marquino replied, her voice tinged with unease. Unyielding, Higuma drew his sword and slashed the table, causing the plates to shatter. "Well, it seems like you really enjoy cleaning. Now you can enjoy doing it more," he taunted, convinced of Shanks's cowardice. With those parting words, Higuma left the bar, sneering at the pirates. Outside, 2 frightened citizens cowered behind a nearby building, observing the bandits' departure. They remarked, "What a pathetic town. It doesn't even have sake. Let's move on to the next town."